Hello YouTube, Damo _23 here. Welcome back to Leicester Reborn. We have a penalty of Alex Scott and he's missed, but he taps home for a hat-trick. And welcome into another episode of Leicester Reborn. In today's episode, we will have a game in the league, but we're flying at the moment. And the reason why we're here is I wasn't going to give you this game because I expected Arsenal to beat me. I just drew to Fulham. We're 4-1 up after 54 minutes against last year's champions. That is correct. In last year's save, Arsenal Football Club won the league in the Premier League, doing one better than what they did in real life. You go to stages here and you go back one. As you can see, they got 85 points over Liverpool. Manchester City finishing third, getting rid of Guardiola, who became Chelsea manager, and obviously Simeone is now at Man City. And as you can see right now, a win for us is massive to keep us in touching distance with Liverpool. But last year's defending champions are 4-1 down at home at the King Power. And I just wanted to come in to say for this episode, we are here. We're finishing top 4. This team is unreal. Could we go back-to-back championship Premier League winners? Maybe, who knows, as the ball goes back stick and Qualls taps home and he's onside. That's a goal. And Garen Quall, the Australian, scored for 5-1 and it is brilliant. Let's make some changes here, shall we? Alex Scott's had a worldie. Lynch has just played minutes, so I'm going to keep him fit. Lucas Moura's going to come on here. James Justin's going to come in for Castagne. As you can see, the goal's been given in the background. And I cannot believe what I'm watching. I honestly cannot believe what I'm watching. It's 5-1 up against last year's defending champions, Arsenal. It was that good, we're playing that well, that I had to come in and give you this game. Like, we have pressed Arsenal out of it. I'm going to show you all the goals. And we went 1-0 down in this one as well to Martinelli. I'm going to show you all the goals. Yes, our first one is very lucky. But you're going to see all the goals in a second here. And then we're going to figure out who we're going to play because we are just world class. Well, I want to give you games against the Brentfords. And I want to give you the games against the Southamptons and the Fulhams who we just played who are having a pretty poor year. The Villas, etc. But how can we when our form is this good? 16 shots, 9 on target, XG of 3.21. Alex Scott, who's done nothing all year, scores a hat-trick. One of the goals, he really should have squared to Garen Quall, which you'll see. And a mistake from Gabriel where it comes from. But yeah, from 1-0 down to win 5-1. Unbelievable. What a performance. Let's go have a look at the goals in their entirety. And then we're going to figure out who we're going to play in today's episode because we're that freaking good at football. As you can see here, good movement from Arsenal knocking it around in the 12th minute. Good ball for the Saka. Good save from Melier. Falls to Martinelli. 1-0 down. And then we just turn it on. We score from kickoff here. We get a little bit lucky. We get very lucky in this goal here in terms of, I think Garen Cole's offside and he impacts play because it forces Leno Ramsdale to make a save. And Gabriel Forces has to block it. In the end, falls to Scott, taps home 1-1, it counts. And then from there, we went rampant. Drewsbury Hall with a ball and a half over to Tede. Tede now with a great ball back a line into Latvia. Roman Lavia. His first goal for the club. Bottom bin, Segundo Volante getting forward. He seems to fit it perfectly, and there is the goal. We then have Gabriel getting caught on the press, and a pretty poor one, but as soon as Alex Scott wins his ball, he should square it. Like, right now, just give it to Qualls to tap in. Instead, he goes and takes on Ramsdale, and luckily it goes in. The fourth one and the fifth one you guys saw. We saw the penalty, which was saved by Ramsdale, but finished by Scott, and obviously the Garen Quall, who, by the way, Garen Quall, even though he's 2.5 star, is banging goals in nearly every game. He's just game-breaking, is Garen Quall. But there we are. Absolutely outrageous. We currently sit second, tied with United. Liverpool yet to play to go ahead. Garen Quall, I know he's an Aussie and I shouldn't be banging on about him so much. This guy we brought in just as a punt to go, I just want to see how you go. I expected if he gets to 10 goals this season, I'm like happy. He's got 8 in 9. Lads. 89. But yeah, there we go. I cannot believe it. Alex Scott out of this world. Let's go find out who we're going to play in this episode because we need to give you that. So you got Man City, we got Liverpool. You've got Man City, then we got Liverpool. I'm going to give you both. In today's episode, we're going to play Man City away and Liverpool at home, and we're going to truly test if we are Premier League contenders today. After beating last year's champions, Man City away, who just slapped us around in the Carabao Cup, but we're going to go full strength for that one. And then we're going to go into Liverpool at home to see if we can beat the team that should still probably be top by that stage as well. Let's go find out, are we actually Premier League contenders? Let's go see. Here we are, YouTube. Manchester City at the Etihad. They beat me in the Carabao Cup, fully rotated, but here we are with a full strength side. And, well, we win today. We got outright top after Liverpool just drew, and United have lost the last couple of games. Since we last met, which was obviously Arsenal 5-1, we beat Southampton 3-1. We were drawing 1-1, and then scored 2 goals later. Iheanacho and Adam Lynch. The goal from Adam Lynch, the youngster, fantastic. And Bournemouth, we won 2-0. But we are going to go in, and we are going to watch the Adam Lynch goal, because he drops the shoulder as a 16-year-old, and he just goes. In saying that, Willie Alves as well, that's how much he's developing. He's got 4 assists with 10 bench appearances, no starts in the Premier League. He is fast becoming a guy that I'm going to start over Mr. Alex Scott in the middle of the park, or move him out to the left and bench Harvey Barnes. With that being said, this is the Lynch moment in the 91st minute for the Sealer. We win the ball back. Falls to Alves, who thumps one into the channel, and Lynch keeps his width. And he's only got 13 pace per acceleration at 16, but now he goes. He just drops the shoulder, no one gets near him, and then he bangs it into the top bin. Like, for a young 16-year-old to have the presence of mind, who's been playing for me a lot of minutes, now putting back in the under-21s as well, he's been fantastic. 7 bench appearances. He's looked pretty good. I'm very happy with him. Harvey Barnes is injured for the next 5 days to 2 weeks. Forgot about that. So Will Alves is going to get a start out here against Man City with the form he's in. Mingala Sarr's been complaining about not getting many minutes, so expect to see me bringing him off the bench. Going to try and keep him as happy as possible. If not, we'll sell him. Alright, let's go see how we go. By the way, James Trafford is a backup keeper in real life. Had an amazing under-21 Euros. I want to see how he's going here. Edison in net. We know about Edison. We know about Ruben Diaz. At the right, Stones and Nathan Ake, very good back three. Kyle Walker, Rodri, Mateo Kovacic is now playing at defensive midfield with Gaya on the left, De Bruyne, Julian Alvarez, and of course Erling Haaland. James Trafford actually looks that good as a 21-year-old. Probably would be a very good keeper to bring in. Grealish, Cabor, Laporte, Akanji, Calvin Phillips, Rodrigo, and Bernardo Silva with Rico Lewis on the bench. Not too bad at all. He's just an incredible player. Let's see what happens. Harvey Barnes will be out for the next 2. Willie Alves gets his first start in the Premier League. I've benched him in every game this season, so off of the Prem. So let's give him a start and see what happens. Away from home at the Etihad, they're playing 5 at the back. Let's see if we are title contenders or not. And let's get into this one here. If this turns out to be like an absolute score fest and it goes for quite a while, we won't give you Liverpool, especially if we get beat like 6 or 7-0. If it's a tight game and a good game, we'll definitely give you Liverpool part of this episode. Tete now with the ball, looking to switch out to Victor Christensen. Good touch to keep it, very well done. And Omar Bamadele now finds Drewsbury Hall. His balling for Tete, superb. Numbers queuing inside. Can we find a good ball across the box? James Justin, down he goes. Referee plays on. Justin now, Alex Scott, straight into the hands of Edison. It could have been 1-0 Leicester away at Manchester City. Instead, it is still 0-0. And we already look a lot better than what we did in the Carabao Cup League Cup game. We were fully rotated against a very full-strength Man City side. Let's continue on, though. 25 minutes played. And at the moment, based on this, we ain't too bad this year, aren't we? And Melier punches very well. Kovacic now takes a touch. De Bruyne, Tete wins. Can't lose it, does lose it, and finds Stones. Rodrigo now. Ruben Diaz. Inside to Alvarez. Willie Alves trying to press. John Stones now. Very well worked here from City. Ball over the top towards Haaland. Cuts it to Alvarez. What a block from Victor Christensen. Or else that was 1-0. What a block. Wow. I was going to say, so far 35 minutes in, away from home, we look like we belong here as a title contender for a minute. As Rodrigo heads in and it's 1-0 and I need to shut up sometimes. Fair. 1-0. Good goal. Good header. Conceding to Man City from a corner is like the deathly sin because they're that good. Like, how does that happen? That's a great header. It's like when you say you play Barcelona, you're defending for your life, and then you concede to a set piece. You're like, heh. Like, of all the ways to concede, you can't concede like that. Anyway, it is what it is. You guys are doing well. Start the second half. I am pretty happy with how we've played here, you know. Not equaling the possession, but doing as much as we can, creating chances, and we're not out the game. Let's see what happens. James Justin finds Samar. I forgot to make changes. Latvia and that are on the bench. I'm an idiot. I rotated against Bournemouth. Right. Harry Souttar's playing at the back. Okay, I am definitely in here. Alex Scott hits one. Edison off the bar. Doesn't fall to Quoll. It's okay. That was my bad. And part of the reason I was losing is because I haven't put out our best 11. All right, we are going to put out our best 11 now, though. All right. Roman Latvia, Samar, bang, 1. Mingala Sar's actually going to come in for Omar Bambadele too. Garen Cole's not had the best of game. I'm going to leave him out there for a little bit, mate, those 2 changes. Time ticking away. Still 1-0. Goal here for City would give him a bit of a breathing room and would be detrimental to us trying to come back. That's a ball. Rodrigo's there. Unless he's offside. I don't think he is. We're 2-0 down. That's all she wrote. I think we go for it. Like, it's not the worst result in the world to lose this one. But I think we go for it. I think we go attacking and we go, all right, let's just see what happens here. See what happens here. Like, Drewsbury Hall can go out there because he can technically play. Well, Alves is going to come off for Indindi. Actually, it's going to be Lucas Moura, I think, on that side. Alex Scott's going to come on for Iheanacho as well. Probably get these 2 around the other way. I think Garen's pretty good as a poacher. I think that's what we're going to do. We're going to go attacking. We're going to go a bit more direct. We're going to counter press. We're going to distribute long over the top to try and work out the pace. And I am going to go on the press to see what happens here. 68 minutes played. We're going to go for broke. We've played pretty well, but City have just showed their quality. City have showed their quality. We've played pretty well. In Bernardo, ball inside. Rico Henry. I remember what Lewis's first name is. Pretty sure. About 5 different footballers went through my head then. Grealish, what a touch. Oh, it's just so good. It's just so good. Okay, Man City, relax. Which Lewis is it? Rico Lewis. I was right. First time round. So good. So good for Manchester City. Corner, Lucas Moura, whippage. Harry Suter! Or was it Mangala Sarr? It was Mangala Sarr. Well, you never know. We've got 13 minutes for 2 more goals, boys. Come on, lift. We score at the Etihad. I think that's a moment to savour. Mangala Sarr's been complaining about not playing enough minutes, scores. Who knows? Tede backstick. Indindi. Oh, just wide. Should have been towards Harry Suter, the 6'5" bloke, but okay. Time ticking away. I think our race is run. If we scored from this highlight, if we go long, the ball falls to us and we get a goal right now, you just never know. Melier go long and may Man City miss a header. They don't. Rodrigo to Grealish. Okay, def. Good save from Melier. Unless it's now the highlight. I think that is your highlight, yeah. Okay. Game over. We played okay here. I don't think a 4th would be kind to us. I don't think we deserve to concede a 4th, do we? Rodrigo, Grealish. Oh, don't get sent off, Tede. Tede's off. Tede's off. Second yellow card. Means he'll be back for Liverpool because we've got West Ham next, which is the main thing. But yeah, that is not good. Down to 10 men, really late doors. With that being said, we are still going to give you the Liverpool game because we look pretty, we look like we could go toe-to-toe with them, which is not a bad thing. So I'm going to give you the Liverpool game still. But yeah, that City are just too good. City are just too good. And the game's still continuing here. But yeah, City are just too good. This is a pointless highlight. And hopefully... Oh, Iheanacho's in. Cole went the wrong way. Garen Cole went the wrong way. Unfortunate. He just had to pull the ball into the channel when Iheanacho was on. Alright. With that being said here, YouTube, see you guys in a second for Liverpool at home. And see if we are title contenders or not against the team that currently are going to be top of the table after today's match day. Here we are, second game, YouTube. We've got Liverpool here at home, and it's first versus second in the Prem. With that being said, we've obviously played West Ham in the middle. We won 3-1. We played pretty well. Went 2-0 up, conceded pretty much straight away before Garen Cole put the sealer in the 94th minute from a set piece. With that being said, it puts us only just behind Liverpool, who are only behind by 1 point. Liverpool have been fantastic. Just beat Bournemouth 10-1, very similar to what they did in real life. To Bournemouth, the season just gone. More importantly, transfer-wise, only spent 48 mil to get Gavi in, which is an absolute ludicrous signing for 48 mil. You expect to see him start as well here for Jurgen Klopp. With that being said, let's go in and see what we can do here today and see if it is our day. We've got Justin playing because Castanio's out suspended. And then we got Demirel, Elmabamadele, Christensen, Drewsbury Hill, Roman, Latvia. Purposely haven't played those 3 of those 4 because of them have been on suspensions. Tede served his suspension in his back. Alex Scott, Harvey Barnes, with the injury, is going to play, and Garen Quell. Lynch did play, obviously, the last game just gone too, which is great. He's been playing a lot of under 21 minutes. Might take him off playing under 21s because of how good we've got, how many fixtures we're going to have in December. Going to let him play the Bayern game in the 21s, and that's that. With that being said, let's get into it, and off we go here because I need to get through this because I've got to get to poker and I've got to get to do a few other things as well and clean and whatnot. And let's see what we can do here. All right. We've got Trent, Allison, Gomez, Van Dijk, Robertson, Thiago, Gavi, Milinkovic, Savic as well. Jesus, the midfield's so good. Salah, Diaz, Darwin Núñez is fantastic on FM. And there we are. They've got a guy called Jarrell at 20 who looks okay on the bench, one of our youngsters. Dominic as well. Costa Simica still here. Ibrahim Konate, we know. Harvey Elliott. How are you looking, Harvey? Yeah, looks really good. Fabio Cavallo in real life isn't at Liverpool, but there we go. Jordan Henderson, fantastic. They kept Stefan Bajacek. I'm very happy. And Kelly looks like in real life he's going to leave Liverpool, but there we go. Yeah, that's a midfield. That is a great midfield of Liverpool. So we are in some serious trouble if they play well. That's for sure. Thiago, Savic, and Gavi on paper, fantastic. Thiago in real life obviously won't be at Liverpool, I don't think, for the foreseeable future as well. Hoping my boys do a really, really good job this season without Champions League football and really push. And I really think as long as we start well and keep this guy, Big Verge, fit, we can really push City all the way this year. But yeah, and Arsenal. Anyway, Tede with the ball, wins it back. Alex Scott, Garen Quell's in the hole. Scott now cuts it, looks for Tede, doesn't find him, and Diaz will clear. Good sweeping up from Luis Diaz. Latvia gets pickpocketed there by, I don't know who pickpocketed him now. I'm trying to think. I think it was Milinkovic Savic, who's wearing the number 7 and just scored. Very good work from Milinkovic Savic. Would be nice to have him in real life, not gonna lie. 1-0 down to Liverpool. I think what you can tell from this episode, are we title contenders? No. But are we a really good side that should be finishing top 7, top 6 this season? Yeah. I think we're the board want me to become the best of the rest. I think we're already the best of the rest. We're only going to get better. So it's a good spot to be in. Anyway, Meslier now goes short of Drewsbury Hill. Finds Lavia, Demirel, and James Justin going on a run here. And Justin now can go down the line, looking down the line. Good run, finds Virgil, unfortunately. And Luis Diaz is in again. Cuts into Darwin Núñez. Great one too. James Justin gets him behind. Diaz going on a run. Thiago now can pick a lock. Trent's there. Trouble. And mercifully, Trent puts it over the bar. 3-hour stream, by the way, boys. And yes, links down below to come follow us live on Twitch. Liverpool dominating, as it should be. And 1-0 down, but who knows? Drewsbury Hall. Demirel's at the front stick, heads just over. Beckham may or may not have got there. But so far, 1-0 down. Gavi, he's going to whip one in. Trent not taking, it's a bit weird. Oh my God, Tede took a touch in the box. That's wild. But yeah, Trent now. Salah on his left peg. Looked like, what a save from Meslier. Wow. Point blank range, world-class save from Meslier. Was offside against Darwin that hit him and he was in an offside position, but there we go. So far, Liverpool have dominated, but we've hung in there like we did with Man City. We hang in there. Drewsbury Hall again whips one in there. Omabamidele was pushed. Savage, who scored the goal, has just pushed Omabamidele out the way, and Tede, who's been scoring penalties this season, has a chance to beat Alisson Becker for a 1-1 right at half-time. Here goes Tede, the Brazilian. He's had a fantastic year. Has had 3 penalties already and scored all of them, all to this corner. Tede steps up, and he goes again to the same corner, and there we go, it's 1-1. He scored the other corner, all penalties, basically every penalty was the other corner last season. This season he switched sides. Great to see. Slightly against the run of play, we score, and it is 1-1. We will take it, and we will run. It's a very, very good half against Liverpool Football Club. And they're a little bit more tired because they just played in the Champions League as well against Dynamo, and it didn't look like they fully rotated either. Anyway, Mohamed Salah, Gomez, and Virgil. Out there to Robertson. Finds Luis Diaz. James Justin with a tackle, but falls back to Luis Diaz. And he can recycle here. And he finds Milinkovic-Savic. He gave away the penalty, but scored the goal for Liverpool. So, a man of two moments. Darwin Núñez with a bad touch. What's new? Robertson. Still going Robertson. Meslier saves. Salah's onside. Probably Meslier should do better. If he's going to make a save that has to go out for a corner, he's just let it hit him and go into a dangerous area. And Salah. He always finds a way to sneak a goal. Does Mohamed Salah. Just like that, 2-1 down. 2-1 down just like that. And there we go. With that being said, 55 minutes played. We are going to get Harvey Barnes off and Lucas Moura is going to come in. First change is going to be that. Harvey Barnes coming back from injury and hasn't really impacted the game, so we'll just take him off. Drewsbury will back stick. Demirel doesn't win. Falls to Lucas Moura. Volleys cleared away by Trent. Lavia straight out to Drewsbury Hall. James Justin now as we look to come out the other way. Omar Bambadele. Victor Christensen. Lucas Moura. Drewsbury Hall. Lucas Moura hits over the bar. Couldn't keep it down. Played okay. It's not been our day. We've played okay. Highlight here for Lucas Moura driving. Got options out of here. Poor ball. Wow. Jordan Henderson. Lucas Moura pinches his pocket. And here we go now. Lucas Moura in the area. Becker saves. Tede taps home. It's 2-2. Tede again. Lucas Moura left him for dead. Picked off Jordan Henderson like no tomorrow. He definitely should have played a ball out the other side earlier on in the highlight. But he wins it back. Becker makes a good save. But Tete is there. And there we go. It's a good finish from Tete. And with that being said, 65 minutes in, we're now going to make a couple more changes. Ian Atcher for Garen Quoll, who's played okay. Alves into the hole. He finds a goal more times than not. Harry Suter for Uma Bambadele, and it's actually to sit as a central defender and defend. Just sit. Don't do nothing silly. That's what we're going to go with here. Think those are your changes for now. Also thinking, we get a set piece. Harry Suter can bang one away. Drewsbury Hall, Lavia, Alves, Suter. Alves now finds Lucas Moura. Ian Nacho now. Let's go. From 1-0 and 2-1 down, we are leading Liverpool at home at the King Power. And we're going to go back top of the table. Maybe we are title contenders. Maybe it could be back-to-back league titles. Championship and then Premier League. A ball over the top. Ian Nacho off the bench. Outside of the boot. Taps it past Becker. It's 3-2. Give the episode a like. Subscribe to the YouTube channel because we are leading Liverpool with not long to go. 78 minutes played. His name is Luke Thomas. You're going to come in and that is our last change. Is this it? Time's ticking away. I think we have to go to balance here. We have to start lowering the tempo and start getting us to just be that little bit more pragmatic. I think we've got to drop these lines back now as well into a bit of a mid-block. Liverpool are dead on their feet. 89th minute. Don't need to go over-committing. Still got the full backs on attack though, which probably doesn't help. We'll change that after this highlight unless we concede, of course. A draw is not a bad point. But leading this early, William Carvalho, what a run. Milinkovic-Savic. Free. Well, free. Well, what an even game of football, huh? What an even game of football. Finishes 3-3. A late goal for Liverpool to drag an equaliser, as they generally do. Very even game. Our XG is slightly inflated because of Tete scoring a penalty. Quoll's actually not bad there, Connor. I'll show you him in a second. I had a question about Garen Quoll here, YouTube. How good's Quoll? I haven't seen not much of him in the game. Nor have I. I signed him purely because he's Australian, but he's actually pretty good for me this season. But yeah, look, I'm very happy with that. We got beat by City. We just drew to Liverpool. We gave it absolutely everything, and we look good. As it stands, we're 1 point behind Liverpool. What's been a fantastic year for ourselves. I can't believe we're still here. Obviously, getting promoted without losing a game in the Championship, and then to back it up by only losing, a few games in the Premier League this season. One to City, one to United, one to Palace. The only one we should not lose there on paper is Palace, and there we go. But what a moment, what a time. We're currently on a title fight, running on a big run here for the title. Next episode is going to be somewhere in here. I don't know what it's going to be, but it'll be somewhere in those games. I'll see you guys next time. Thank you very much here at YouTube yet again. And as always, links down below. Like and subscribe. Thank you and goodbye.